Greetings Petrolheads, my name is the Tom, you're on my gaming channel, and today I'm playing another episode of Automation the Car Company Tycoon game. We're gonna continue with our car here, with the 1955 Vesta is what I call it, because I like to use, names of figures of Greek or Roman mythology for my concept cars. And Vesta is one of the goddesses, the goddess of home, if you will. And you could say this car is quote-unquote the home of this company. It is where it all starts. So the straw poll went mostly positively, like 89% like the idea of this car. But also, more importantly, in the YouTube comments, people have been pointing out that while the engine and the exterior is totally fine, I should fiddle with the setup a little bit. Maybe, this car doesn't have a true purpose yet. It's kind of an... well, the fenders are a little bit buggy. It doesn't have a true purpose yet. It's not particularly comfortable, and it's not particularly... sporty either, so I should maybe make some different trims, and I'm gonna work on this one first. Call this the Deluxe. Actually no, this is not the high-end luxury version. This is going to be the how do I call this? Comfort? Standard? Standard is not a really, appealing model name, but Vesta AMWS is it an AMW? No, it's not. We're not an organized company yet in 1955. This is just the first concept car. How do we call this model? Let's just go with standard for now. Okay, and like this is gonna be the base version, I think. Let's go for comfort on the suspension. It already wasn't comfort. I'm an idiot. So. Okay, now let's call this the Deluxe. Give me a second here. Deluxe. And yeah, what we do with this is obviously put some more seats in there. Also, it is true, like somebody in the comments pointed out, that in this era, the cars had benches on the rear that went across the whole width of the car, and therefore 5 seats are more appropriate than 4. And if this is going to be the deluxe version, let's put some luxury quality, some luxury interior, and a phonograph in there. That didn't really add that much weight, honestly. It compromised the acceleration time a little bit, but 8.7 seconds is still pretty good for this era. What else is there to? Why are the tires sticking out like this? Do I have to go with like negative offset? Did that get rid of it? No. I don't know why, but it's fine. So, do we have any sort of brake fade? Yeah, we do. We totally do. And I think now it is time to create a new trim here. and call this the Sport. And for that purpose, I think we're gonna clone this engine too and retune it a little bit. Actually, no. Let's leave it. Let's leave it the same. Let's leave it just exactly the same. But retune the suspension and the gear and maybe the gearing. I don't know about the gearing yet, but it already came on sports tires. That's kind of confusing for a comfort car. But definitely we are gonna adjust the brakes here. More aggressive, better stopping distance, and no off-road skid tray. Still no off-road skid tray. Let's get rid of some of that interior now and go for a sporty setup. We still don't want this guy to oversteer though. There we go. $1,200 kilos is... Wait, why is this so heavy now? Oh, because of the 5 seats. What does this do for us? I think it should also put a little bit of quality into the brakes for the sports version. Then again, would we have access to high quality brakes right from the start? I don't think so. And maybe to separate the two from each other, I might give the sport version and the deluxe version slightly different aesthetics as well. For example, I can go back to model, go to this tab and add maybe what would fit for this car and, you know, not really disrupt the car's elegance, if you will, not really mess with that. We could put something on the bonnet maybe, or just a couple of these right here for the sport version. Was that a thing yet in the 50s to have, like, you know, like on some of the rally cars of 80s and 90s, you would have some extra lights in the center? But was that a thing yet in the 50s? I don't think so. So these vents are for the sport version, and then for the deluxe version I'm gonna go ahead and put some chrome here. Don't worry about that, this is gonna be taken care of. And it's like right here. No, I don't want to clone this. Okay, so I cannot select the the chrome stripe. What do I do now? Maybe give the rear arrangement some more chrome as well. Even more than it already has? I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. But let's maybe give the deluxe version some of these in the middle, where the sport version has those, you know, those other ones that you've just seen. Like that. And also, you know what, I've never tried this before. What if we put one of these on top of the main grill that we already have? Let me turn this around, please. Please? Now it goes, okay. So that is the deluxe version then. Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of these then though. Yeah. Definitely looks better without them. So this is the deluxe. And the other one is gonna be the sport version. So let's see. This has a comfort rating of 29.1, prestige of 30.1, which is not bad at all. Whereas the sport has more sportiness, 9.7. Very impressive. The sport also has lower drivability, way less comfort than prestige, and slightly less safety. However, the sport will be cheaper and more economical, funnily enough. So, you know, I can't really end this video here, can I? It's 12 minutes in. So what we're going to do now is maybe just save this and build a completely new car as well for 1955. So what do we have here as far as our options go? We could build a truck, but I don't know if that's very appealing. Wait, this is the body we're using for the... Yeah, this is the body we're using for the other car. So maybe a coupe like this. This is a very European kind of style, so I like it. And yeah, let's make the roof a little bit less steep here. Yeah, I think I'm pretty content with this. Is there anything else we can even morph other than the wheel arches? Well, we're gonna see what we need in terms of tires. So steel, longitudinal McPherson's and leaf springs, and then steel again. Actually, let's go with aluminium because it's not that expensive anyway. We've seen that on the other car. I wanna flare them just a little bit. There goes. Okay. Now we're gonna put some headlights on this thing. I mean, this right here is like a huge sign saying put your headlights here. No, I don't like the way this looks. I prefer this. Also, this body panel is not perfectly round, unlike the headlight, so that's another a little bit of an issue, if you will. I don't want the chrome to stick out like that. So let's make them just a little bit smaller. So there is that. Then we put a grill on here. Should we go for the same grill? No, I think we're gonna go for a different one. Just because this just follows the overall shape of this front end so well, I think I'm gonna go with this. And then put one of these down here. Drag it. Excuse me? Okay. And then put some indicators. No, but the ones with the chrome. Right there. And then obviously put the badge down here on the bonnet. Side indicators aren't really a thing yet. A door handle with chrome, which one could we choose here? Let's just take the same one. This one right here. And then I think I'm gonna put some more chrome onto the side. Because it's the 50s, everything has to have some chrome in it. Wait, what? Can I not even move this a tiny little bit? Thank you. Let's follow the curve of the side skirts a little bit. Now put one like here. Clone this and put it here. Good. Now for the taillights, I think I want to go for something similar to the other car. Okay, and yes, then some indicators down here. Then the badge on the trunk like this, and the number plate right beneath it, like on the other car. Gives them some, you know, things in common, so that people at car shows know, okay, these cars are from the same make, or from the same company. And for the same purpose, some chrome exhausts. And this is going to have a different engine, I think. We will probably just go for a bigger Porsche 996, or are we gonna put a V8 in there? Then again, do we have the money to put a second engine as for in our very first concept? I mean, if you want to open up a company, you gotta have some money to spare. If you want to have any success, or any chance of success even. So I think, yes, we do have the money to build another engine. Let's make this on gray. River drive. So I think we give this one a V8. What displacement? That's a very good question. I think it go a little bit higher, like 5 liters. And 6.5. Oh, that's too much already. And since this is a concept car, and a Fiat have already been using 4-valve per cylinder setups for a while, and you know, one of the Austrian guys was like, hey, what if we put 3 valves onto the intake side and one, no, not one, but 2 on the exhaust side? Like, that would make 5 total valves per cylinder. Let's try that. And for that purpose, because it's the first time we're trying it, I will give it some negative quality onto the head systems, like, because if it's new, it's just not gonna be as good as, you know, when you've already done it for years, and when you've already refined it and all that. So therefore, negative quality into the head section that'll probably not only hurt the reliability, but also, more importantly, the performance of this engine. Let's give this guy a 6-pack with performance intake. and then super leaded. 75 timing, and then like 4600 RPM maybe. We're not gonna make this much power, so you know, just leave it here. 248 horsepower. We get so much left in our compression ratio. 264 horsepower is definitely a number for 1955. But we are going to decrease the cam profile so we can make our power before the max RPM limit. For the same purpose, I think we should also try and increase the ignition timing, which did not help with that, unfortunately. $241 is still quite something. What if we go one step lower? Oh. This gives us not really a benefit at all. Let's leave it as is. 241 horsepower is definitely more than enough to get this thing moving. $455 Newton meters as well, so that is like quite a lot. So let's give it a 4-speed manual gearbox, just like the other car. Let's see, can we get this thing to 240 kilometers an hour? Hopefully. And since we've already used the automatic locker on the Vesta, we can also use it here. Sports tires, high profile, and .165 is definitely not what I would call ideal for this amount of power. So we're gonna decrease the rim size. 185 is a little bit bigger than on the Vesta, but still, you know, for this amount of power, you're gonna have some decent amounts of fun with this thing. I can assure you that. 250mm rotors. Very aggressive pad type. No under tray. Just enough cooling. 5 seats. Let's make this a GT car. So with that, we're gonna make the interior premium. Give this guy a phonograph. As if, like, this is the cool thing about making old cars. A phonograph. What an invention. What a success to have a phonograph in a car. And then 50s standard safety. Let's go with yeah, progressive springs, twin tube dampers, passive sway bars, and then I'm gonna tune the suspension myself with a little bit of a sporty touch, but not too much. And then get the ride height to 20mm. 24.2 comfort, 7.7 drivability. Yeah, Okay. Well. The acceleration time is awesome though. Let's go to a quarter mile. We're actually achieving the top speed though that we've set. So let's try that. Should we go for a free speed and gear it longer? Yeah, that actually seems to be working out quite well, except for the acceleration time. It's still 8.1 seconds, which is still pretty good for the time. And it does give us a lot more drivability. Well, a lot more free points, but you know, you get the idea. We only lost 0.1 seconds over the full quarter mile, as opposed to a 4-speed manual. So it's not that bad. Also, we gained some more economy in this thing, which is definitely not the #1 priority on this car. So yeah, this could be called 1955 Hephaestus. Which is the god of smithing furnaces and all that, god of fire even, and that is kind of the case in some ways for this car. Like, god of fire, yeah, it's got some decent firepower indeed for 1955, 241 horsepower. God of technology and smithing, yeah, okay, we got some new technology on that engine, the 5 cylinder setup. This is the first time we try this, so you know, it is definitely a novelty. And this is the 5. Let's just call this the deluxe version, or the GT, because GT is totally not overused abbreviation on cars, so let's call it a GT. The Hephaestus GT. Let me know in the comments what you think about this car too, and about what we did to the first car. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button, it helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you wanna see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.